Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we dig into a whole stack of sources, articles, maybe some research, our notes, and basically pull out the most important insights for you.
Yep, boil it all down.
Exactly. And today we're diving into something pretty profound, the real experiences of people living abroad.
Hmm.
Our mission here is really to give you a shortcut, a way to get genuinely well informed about something that's not just about culture, but also about personal growth, resilience,
Hmm.
that kind of thing.
And the core of today's deep dive is that journey of the expatriate, the expat. It's often challenging, no doubt, but also, well, incredibly transformative.
Right.
So we're going to shed some light on the real hurdles, yes, but also the unexpected rewards of making a life in a completely different country.
Which makes it relevant for, well, pretty much anyone who's ever thought about moving, maybe for work or study.
Or just pure adventure, yeah.
Absolutely. And to help us understand this, our sources give us this really unique viewpoint, don't
They
they?
really do. We've got these candid reflections from two people. There's Robbie, who's originally from India. He's been living and working over in Germany for about 2 years now.
2 years. Okay.
And then there's Emily. She's American and spent roughly a year teaching English in Japan.
Japan, wow. Different worlds.
And these aren't just like sterile reports. They feel like real conversations, capturing what it's actually like to adjust.
Yeah, the real texture of it.
Exactly. So let's talk about that initial plunge, facing the unknown.
Right, the very beginning.
What really jumps out from their early stories
Yeah.
is that immediate feeling of being, well, out of sync. Emily, for instance, she pretty much said she felt like a fish out of water at first.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And Robbie kind of echoed that. He mentioned how it took me a while to adjust to the pace of life in Germany.
That initial feeling, it's more than just feeling awkward, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's often this sort of catalyst, actually. It forces you to grow fast, shed old ways, rethink things.
Yeah, you really hit on something there, that disorientation. It often grows into what we call culture shock, right?
Definitely.
And what Ravi and Emily point out isn't just, say, the obvious language barrier. It's also that deeper sense of loneliness when just everything feels foreign, even the little things.
The unspoken stuff.
Exactly. The social rhythms, the implicit rules of how people interact. It's not just the words, it's the whole unspoken context that makes you feel isolated.
Which then begs the question, how do you even start to figure out these new rules, these new norms?
Right.
They both talked a lot about the struggle of understanding local customs and just general cultural norms. Ravi specifically talked about feeling like he sticks out like a sore thumb, which apparently he found is pretty common for anyone trying to, genuinely fit in somewhere new.
That sore thumb feeling,
Yeah.
probably comes up in really mundane situations too, like queuing or just saying hello at work.
Exactly right. Those
Yeah.
small daily things really highlight the differences and add up.
Now, we're focusing a bit on the tough stuff, but the sources do say it wasn't all struggle right away, did they?
No, that's true. They both mentioned having a definite honeymoon phase at the start.
Ah, yes, the initial excitement.
Yeah, that rush of everything being new and fascinating, new sights, sounds, tastes, before the deeper realities sink in.
Okay, so the honeymoon fades.
Yeah.
Then what?
Well, then comes the hard work, essentially. Both Ravi and Emily realized they had to consciously step out of their comfort zone every day.
Every single day. Wow.
And this stepping out, it's not just trying new foods or whatever. It's about building resilience almost, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable.
So it's like daily discomfort becomes the path to actually feeling competent.
In a way, yes. It's this ongoing, deliberate effort to engage with what's unfamiliar. That's what really shaped their experience.
Okay, let's dig into that adaptation process more. How did they get past those initial hurdles? Because they did, right?
Oh, yeah, they did. Both of them described this kind of turning point, a moment where they felt they'd truly found their footing
Finding their footing.
and learned to, as they put it, go with the flow and be open-minded, which sounds like a really crucial mental shift.
Absolutely necessary for the long haul, I'd imagine.
Genuinely.
Yeah.
And that shift in attitude
Yeah.
allowed them to start, well, actually building a new life, piece by piece.
How so?
They started making local friends, finding little local habits they enjoyed, starting that process of integration, forming new social circles.
Right, weaving themselves into the community.
Exactly. It's an active thing.
And it wasn't just about making friends, was it? There was this sense of mastering the environment, too.
Yes, definitely. They talked about the satisfaction of learning the ropes, figuring out how things work in this new place, and the importance of actively breaking the ice. Emily actually told a story about how just starting a simple chat about food, even if it felt awkward,
Yep.
often led to unexpected connections, even friendships. The big goal for both of them was getting to that point where they could genuinely feel at home.
That's a huge shift from fish out of water to feeling at home.
It really is. And Ravi used the phrase a roller coaster to describe the whole emotional ride.
Yeah, that captures it well. High highs, low lows.
Totally. Which makes you think, how do you actually make peace with that kind of emotional up and down day after day?
Good question.
He basically said accepting it as part of the deal was key, knowing there'd be good days and bad days. And of course, beyond the emotional stuff, there were practical things too.
Like what?
Things like getting used to a different work-life balance or mastering cross-cultural communication at their jobs, all part of the adaptation.
Okay, so we've seen them adjust, find their footing, even thrive, but then the story takes another turn, right? Something often overlooked.
Exactly. What happens when you decide to go back?
Ah, the return journey.
Yeah, and this brings up something called reverse culture shock. Emily's experience really highlights this.
What did she say?
She was really clear about it. Reverse culture shock hit me hard when I went home, just flat out.
Wow. Harder than the initial culture shock.
Potentially, yeah. She said she realized she'd changed more than she realized while she was in Japan.
That's fascinating.
It really is. It raises this deep question. Once you've fully adapted somewhere else, how do you fit back into the place you originally came from? What happens when home doesn't feel like home anymore?
So, pulling all this together,
Mm.
what does it all mean for you listening to this? Wherever you might be on a similar path or just thinking about it.
Well, I think the core lessons from Ravi and Emily are pretty clear and quite powerful.
Okay.
First off, getting through culture shock. It's definitely a process. It's not like one event you overcome. It takes a lot of patience, and you have to stay open-minded. It's a marathon.
Right, not a sprint. Got it.
Second, building some kind of support system, friends, colleagues, contacts, and consciously trying to adapt to local ways. That's absolutely vital for real integration. You can't really do it alone.
Connection is key.
Totally. And finally, this whole journey abroad, it's just a massive catalyst for personal growth. It almost inevitably leads to a broader perspective, a more, well, global mindset.
That makes a lot of sense. So whether you're actually planning a move or maybe you're living abroad right now, or honestly, even if you're just interested in how adaptable we are as humans, these stories offer really valuable lessons, don't they, about navigating any kind of big life change, really, finding your way in new worlds or even rediscovering your place in old ones.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with this one last thought to kind of chew on, maybe after you're done listening.
Okay, let's hear it.
When you finally reach that point, when you truly start to feel at home in a new country,
Yeah.
is that because you've successfully changed yourself to fit in? Or is it because you've tapped into some kind of universal ability we all have deep down to belong almost anywhere?